In a quaint village, soft music dances through the air, painting a scene of idyllic simplicity.
Lee, a boy in worn clothes, sits by the roadside, lost in his art, his charcoal sketching bringing silent stories to life. His eyes, full of longing, trace the joyous play of other children, their paintbrushes wielding vibrant colors that contrast with his monochrome world. Once upon a time, in a small peaceful village, there lived a kind and humble boy named Lee. The world remained still, only the soft music and Lee's quiet focus filling the air. The village well stands as a central hub, its stones worn smooth by countless hands. Lee notices an old woman struggling with a heavy bucket, her frame strained with effort. Lee steps forward, his face open with genuine kindness as he offers his help. He lifts the bucket with ease, his strength a stark contrast to her frailty. "Thank you, young man. You have a kind heart," the old woman says. Lee smiles, his eyes meeting hers with warmth and respect. On the quiet village road, an old woman offers Lee a humble, strange-looking paintbrush, her eyes gleaming with an unspoken promise. The old woman gently places the paintbrush into Lee's awaiting hands. As the paintbrush changes hands, the old woman's eyes twinkle with a hidden knowledge. "Use this only to help others," the old woman urges, her voice soft but firm. Lee stares at the paintbrush, a strange sense of destiny settling over him. The paintbrush glows faintly, hinting at untold possibilities and the weight of the old woman's words. In the dim light of his hut, Lee, hand trembling, prepares his brush. With a deep breath, Lee paints a bird on a scrap of paper, each stroke filled with intent. As the final stroke lands, the bird flutters, as if stirred from a long slumber. The painted bird springs to life, its wings unfolding with delicate grace. With a soft chirp, the bird soars out the window, vanishing into the dark expanse of night. Lee stands frozen, his eyes wide with amazement and disbelief, witnessing the impossible. Lee's brush dances across the canvas, each stroke a promise of bounty and relief. Empty tables groan under the sudden weight of steaming food, a feast materializing from thin air. Rags transform into fine garments, clothing the poor in robes of sudden dignity and warmth. A well bursts forth, offering cool, clear water to quench the thirst of a parched village. In the village square, a jubilant celebration erupts, filling the air with cheers and gratitude. Villager 1 expresses the collective sentiment, "Lee, you've saved us!" Villager 2 echoes the sentiment, promising, "We'll never forget your kindness." The village square buzzes with heartfelt appreciation for Lee's heroism. A richly dressed, greedy man arrives in town, his carriage announcing his wealth and arrogance. Driven by avarice, the greedy man seeks Lee's magical brush, desperate to claim its power. "I must have this brush. It will make me richer than anyone," the greedy man declares, his ambition burning. The greedy man's eyes burn with avarice, already picturing the wealth the magical brush will bring him. In the opulent mansion, the greedy man's eyes burn with avarice as he confronts Lee. The greedy man proclaims, "Paint me golden treasures, everything I desire." Lee's expression hardens, replying, "I can't use the brush for greed." The greedy man's face twists in fury, the mansion's treasures mocking his emptiness. Lee stands firm, his brush still, a silent defiance against the greedy man's insatiable desires. The mansion looms, a testament to the greedy man's hollow ambition, his desires forever unfulfilled. In the heart of the dungeon, torchlight flickers, casting long dancing shadows that amplify Lee's isolation. The musty air hangs heavy as the greedy man looms over Lee, his demand echoing through the stone chamber. "You will paint for me, or you'll rot in here." Lee remains silent, his resolve firm against the greedy man's threats. The torchlight dances ominously, highlighting the despair etched into the dungeon walls as Lee quietly plans his next move. In the depths of the greedy man's dungeon, Lee's brow glistens with beads of sweat as he faces his daunting task. Hesitantly, Lee begins to paint, his initial strokes tentative and unsure. From his brush, a vast SEA begins to materialize, stretching across the canvas in an ever-growing expanse. In the distance, a shimmering mirage takes form, an alluring Iceland laden with gold, bathed in the glow of a painted sun. The greedy man watches, his gaze fixated on the unfolding scene, his eyes gleaming with unadulterated avarice. The dungeon air crackles with anticipation as the painted world draws the greedy man deeper into his obsession. In the dim dungeon, Lee meticulously paints a small boat, each stroke precise. The greedy man's eyes gleam with anticipation, his avarice threatening to consume him. He practically leaps into the boat, his impatience barely contained. "Finally, I'll be richer than the king!" the greedy man exclaims, his voice echoing with greed. The painted sea churns with growing unrest, its waves begin to swell, reflecting the turmoil of the greedy man's journey. The boat carrying the greedy man presses on, a solitary silhouette against the vast and turbulent horizon. The vessel shrinks, fading into the distance as the painted sea claims its space. Finally, the boat vanishes, swallowed by the horizon. The painted sea remains, its surface now smooth and unreadable. Lee returns to his hut, his face reflecting the joy of newfound freedom. The villagers, their faces lit with happiness, surge forward to greet Lee. "Lee, you're back! We missed you!" Villager 1 cries out, his voice filled with relief. The villagers crowd around Lee, their joyous expressions painting a vivid picture of reunion. The hut stands silently in the background, a silent witness to Lee's return. Lee, brow furrowed, wields the magical paintbrush with unwavering focus. Fields of crops sway gently, brought to life by his enchanted touch. Sturdy homes with thatched roofs emerge, providing shelter and warmth. Vibrant artwork adorns every surface, celebrating the village's newfound prosperity. The village thrives, a testament to the boundless power of Lee's magical gift. Against the boundless sky, Lee stands with a brush, poised to paint a miracle. A vibrant rainbow explodes across the sky, transforming the world into a canvas of wonder. Below, villagers look up, their faces illuminated by awe and happiness, witnessing the magical display. Narrator, VO. Kindness is the greatest magic of all. When we use our gifts to help others, we make the world a better place. As the sun dips low, the sky blazes with warmth as Lee stands among the jubilant villagers. His brush dances across the canvas, capturing a scene of perfect harmony and burgeoning prosperity. The village thrives, nestled amidst the rolling hills, bathed in the golden light of sunset. Harmony fills the air as the prosperous village basks in the sunset's glow.